Hello, sweet angels. How are you? So I have been meeting with many people recently, many beautiful women who are probably like you, wanting to start a spiritual business or grow and expand your spiritual business if you already have one. And I have something to share from these many conversations that I've been having lately. So welcome if you're live, welcome if you're joining on replay. What I want to talk to you about today is quantum creating and stepping into the energy before you actually see it. And I know everyone and their grandmother and their dog talks about manifestation, but I think that it's important for us to really understand how this applies in a very practical sense to our business, because there's one thing, there's a difference between knowing about manifestation and practicing manifestation sometimes, and really leaning into the quantum field and really leaning into energetics in order to create your business and expand it from the inside out. So when I meet with these beautiful souls that I have the pleasure and honor of supporting, and they tell me, Beth, I really love my work. I feel like I'm doing the right things, but I'm not really expanding and I'm not really actually attracting clients. Like the clients just aren't showing up, but I feel like I'm putting myself out there and I feel like I'm on the right path and I feel like I'm supposed to be doing this work. I will look in their energy fields because I always work with people's higher self, their spirit guides and angels when I'm in session with them or if I'm in a ceremony with them in a larger group. And I can see in their energy fields that they are really anchored in the reality they're living in. So they may be really anchored in, I don't have so many clients or I don't have clients or just they kind of trickle in and I kind of get frustrated about that, but I know there's more on the way. I just have faith in the universe. It's going to be okay, but I'm kind of frustrated. What am I doing wrong? Oh, this is so annoying. A little bit of fears about money, and I can kind of feel this dynamic in the energy field. And I ask them, okay, so how much are you spending time in the quantum, in the space of limitless possibility, and then leaning into this version of yourself that's actually so abundant, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, whatever dollars coming in a month that you want, whatever, and really like a magnet to clients and just living in a really expansive lifestyle where you're so grateful every day and you're helping so many people. I asked them, how much are you actually spending time in that place, in that quantum energy field and leaning into that? And a lot of the time, I'll have to pull it out of them a little bit because they feel like, the teacher's asking them something and they're going to get the question wrong. But eventually they'll be like, yeah, I'm not really going there very often. But I meditate and then go into nature. And I'm like, cool, yeah, meditate and go into nature, please. There is a difference between spiritually evolving and healing and quantum creating, okay? So quantum creating is when you are working with the field of limitless possibility to select the reality that actually already exists in the field as a potential, and you're selecting which reality and energetic you would like to embody and experience. And spiritual healing and our evolution is very heart-based, also womb-based. We're healing and we're feeling our feelings and we're loving ourselves and we're choosing kindness and compassion and we're spending time in the stillness and in nature and appreciation, and we're taking care of our bodies. And for me, I don't know about you, but for me, it's very easy for me to select that, journey of just spiritual evolution and healing. It's what I love. It's what I've done for, lifetimes and help people with. It's not a replacement for quantum creating. You can be a quantum creator and manifest a lot of money, but still be very out of your body and really fast and not super kind and not super connected to the earth. So what I'm talking about with you is let's actually bring them together and let's do both, because that's what this world needs, I think. if you're listening, you're probably someone who is dedicated to your spiritual healing. But if we bring on top of that a commitment to create in the quantum, and a commitment to learning about quantum creation and manifestation, and a commitment to step into the energy field before you actually even see the result over and over and over again, you'll find that you get to heal and you get to appreciate and you get to be a kinder, more compassionate human, while you're also experiencing more expansion and more abundance and being more of a magnet to clients and opportunities. This is how I got to live the lifestyle that I'm currently living, which is a lot of travel. For those of you who, tune into my journey quite a bit, you'll know that I seem to always be somewhere different. I don't even know. It just keeps happening. For example, this year I started out in Canada, then I went to Costa Rica and Mexico, back to Costa Rica, New York City for a day, Greece, and now I'm in South Africa. And by the way, South Africa's awesome. I know the media is like, South Africa is the epicenter. Like, it's super chill in here. Love it. Beautiful sunshine. People are cool. Everything's great. I know probably some people are struggling, but like overall the vibe, just in case you're wondering, is great. And what I used to do is I would sit on my bed in Canada. Before I'd really started this lifestyle, I've always loved to travel. Like, I'm an explorer, I'm an adventurer, also a Cancer, and I like my home, but it's an interesting dynamic that is. And I would sit on the bed and I would just visualize this plain window, and I could see the ocean and like islands out of it, and I would just feel this happiness and this sense of being so proud of myself that I had brought in enough money and enough finances, enough resources. I was living so free that I could actually buy a plane ticket and go anywhere that I wanted to go in the world. And this was before that, this was at the time where like paying rent was like kind of the vibe. You know what I mean? It was like, if I can do that and if I can buy myself some food, like, it's pretty good. It's like pretty good. Let me just get on my bike and go for some adventures that way, which is great. I was enjoying life, but I was working in the quantum and I was leaning into the field of unlimited potential, and I was selecting the reality, that version of myself that I wanted to embody and step forward, and over, and I would go to that place, now to the point where looking out of a plane window is very, very normal for me. In fact, I'm trying to slow that down a little bit because eventually it's like, wow, that's a lot of traveling. And, try to find a home base a little bit more. But, these things that I was focusing on eventually just became my normal reality. And then from this point now, I have other dreams and more expansive dreams, and I get to play in that energy. So I just wanted to remind you that in order to actually experience that reality, it's like, be honest with yourself and ask yourself, how often am I stepping into the energy through visualization, manifestation, daydreaming, feeling fun dance parties? And that's really a huge component of being able to call forth those clients and call forth that expansion. And I'll leave you with this thought, right? Because what I see a lot of my clients doing, or people that I'm having conversations with, is they're in this reality and they're like, okay, I would like to create a new reality or a more expansive reality with more opportunities, with more flow, with more clients. And then from the reality and from the energetics that they're currently in, they're trying to create the new reality. And it's like they're inside of it and they're trying to create and go somewhere else to get it and create it. But what I'm starting to understand, and this is how I sort of see it now, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, is there's already a version of yourself living your desired reality. It's not actually about creating a new reality. It's about selecting the reality that already exists, because there's limitless potentials, and there's certain theories that every moment, from the time you were born, every possible decision, there's a reality that splits off. So you have like a trillion times of possible realities, and maybe there's you as an accountant somewhere, maybe there's you married somewhere, maybe there's you single somewhere, maybe there's you, I don't know why Instagram keeps doing that. So there's all these different realities, and really it's like, okay, you're kind of actually going into the quantum and you're selecting the version of yourself that you would like to merge with and bring forth. So you're not from this energy, creating what you want to create, you're actually going into this higher vibrational space. You're activating your heart. You're in meditation. You're in a space where things are slowed down in your energy field, and you are selecting the version of yourself that you would like to merge with and connect with. And it's like a highway. You're going this way, that other reality is this way, and it's like you're bringing your highway to merge with that and to flow into that. And so it's basically like, rather than try to create that reality from this energetic, just go ahead and step into the energetic of what you would like to experience and then create from that place. I see this sort of metaphor like, okay, say you've got a butterfly drawn in front of you, and it's like all drawn out and it's a butterfly, but you're like, I really want a turtle in front of me. I really want to be looking at a turtle. Okay, so you're like, okay, I know what I'll do. I'm going to grab, thank you, Talene name 55 says, love it, choosing is important. Yeah, and so imagine you're staring at this butterfly and you're like, okay, I need white out, I need like an eraser, and you're like trying to white out this butterfly, and you're staying within the confines of the reality of the butterfly that you have, but you know you want to see a turtle, so you're trying to white it out, you're trying to work with what you have, you're trying to work with the energy that you have to like white it out and then maybe draw a turtle on top. But really, right next to you is another sheet of paper with the outline of a turtle. And then there's some markers by you. And instead you could just put the butterfly to the side, grab the other piece of paper with the outline of the turtle, start putting your attention on it and drawing it in. And now you are actually creating that turtle from inside of the energetics of the turtle. I know that's a funny example, but that is how I would like to say it, right? It's like, make sure that if you are wanting to play in a new expanded reality, you can visit it in meditation. You can visit it in the energetics of it, and then ask that version of yourself, what would you have me do? For example, when I connect with a different version of myself who's like so magnetic to clients at just such this next level, she keeps telling me, dance. That is like, you know, you can ask this version of yourself, how did you get there? What do I need to do in order to be you? And they can actually act as a mentor for you, that multidimensional version of yourself. So we are going to, thanks, it's a perfect example. So we are going to be doing this in the New Earth Entrepreneur. We start this weekend on Sunday, opening ceremony, and we're going to have a whole module devoted to quantum creating, as well as it's going to be a conversation throughout the 6 months together. So the New Earth Entrepreneur, what is that all about? It's about those who have the most beautiful hearts, the most exquisite souls, the most beautiful visions for humanity, the most sensitive beings. We step forth and we learn this new way of doing business. I've heard time and time again from people, they've signed up with business coaches and they just end up not resonating. They get taught kind of like old models for success, and they get taught things that they're meant to do to bring that success and expansion about, and it's kind of like, here's a template, go do that. And what this journey is about, it's really about tuning into your higher self as your business coach. And it's really about starting to remember yourself even in past lives, starting to remember your soul code, starting to remember what you're actually doing on this planet. These businesses that we're creating, these clients that we want to manifest, it's not just for the heck of it, although sure, there's an element of fun and play and creation. We're on soul's missions and we are serving the ascension of Gaia and humanity. And you have a very specific, I believe, mission and codes. And your past lives are actually a part of this life because you've trained for this life. So if we can open up multidimensionally, and if we can start to remember who we are more, and we can start to bring our higher selves in, and we start to quantum create, so that mission that we have and that vision that we have gets the juju to actually come into play, and we can experience what it feels like to really be fulfilling our soul's mission. Well, that's just great, isn't it? And we get to be abundant, and we get to live these amazing lives, and we get to also have our challenges, because of course they're going to come up. We're still having a human experience, but we're doing it in a way that is so in alignment with our souls. We're doing it in a way that we're evolving on a soul level while also experiencing abundance and expansion. So if you want to learn more about the New Earth Entrepreneur, doors close on Saturday and we start on Sunday. The link is in my bio, and if you are a single mother or a woman of color, you will find at the very bottom that there is a scholarship option offered. And if you're interested, if you have questions, if you're not sure if you can afford it, but you're kind of feeling the call, just message me. No problem, no pressure from me. I can also help intuitively feel for you if this would be the right program for you. I'm not really interested in selling you on anything. I'm interested in your soul mission, your alignment, and what you need to live your heart's desires and dreams. And if that is something I can support you with, I would be so honored. And if it's something I can support you with for free in these videos, I'm so honored. I'm just really honored to be a part of your journey. So much love, many blessings. Have a beautiful day. And remember, step into the vibration of that which you want to create. And when you're creating what you desire, as much as you can, be in the energy of, it's already happened. I can feel it in my energy field. I have so much more to share and teach about this. I'm learning so much about quantum creation right now from some new teachers. And what we're going to be talking about in the journey is a little bit more than your average manifestation conversation, but I'll also provide meditations and guidance and so much. So again, the New Earth Entrepreneur, this is the last week to join us for this 6-month journey. Much love, many blessings. Ciao.